Did you know the average American spends over $18,000 a year on things they don't really need? That's a massive chunk of your hard-earned money vanishing on subscriptions, dining out, and impulse buys. What if I told you that you could easily eliminate several of these expenses today and keep hundreds, maybe even thousands, of dollars in your pocket? In this video, I'm going to show you 6 everyday expenses that are draining your budget without you even realizing it. These simple changes are quick, easy, and guaranteed to put your savings back on track. Get ready to cut the fat and live smarter. Chapter 1. Subscription Overload? Unsubscribe and save. In today's digital world, we're all drowning in subscriptions, whether it's for streaming services, apps, or random boxes delivered to your door. The problem is, many of us sign up and forget about them. A 2022 survey showed that the average American has 9 paid subscriptions, but 40% of them forget about at least one. The subscriptions that you don't actively use are costing you money every month. Imagine how much you could save just by canceling subscriptions you don't need. The trick is to take a few minutes to check your bank statements or use an app like Truebill to track them. Have you ever had a random charge for an app or streaming service you haven't used in months? It's time to cut the waste. Think about it. That $10 Netflix subscription or $5 music service might not seem like a lot, but if you cancel 4 of them, you could easily save $40 a month. The best part? These savings add up quickly over the year. If you decide to keep any subscriptions, always consider cheaper alternatives. For example, instead of paying $14 for a premium music app, try using a free version with ads. Even something as small as canceling your email subscription to a magazine could help keep your budget in check. Be ruthless. It's about identifying the subscriptions that are costing you more than they're worth. Chapter 2. The secret cost of dining out. How to beat it. Eating out is one of the most common budget busters. In fact, the average American spends more than $3,000 a year on dining out. That's a hefty chunk of your paycheck going to someone else's profit. The reality is, preparing meals at home is significantly cheaper. But don't just stick to the basics. Meal prepping can save time and energy. Imagine prepping your week's lunches in an hour, and not having to spend $10 on takeout every day. That's an easy $50 plus saved every week. But there's more. Hosting a potluck with friends and family is a win-win. It's cheaper than going out and often way more fun. If you really miss the convenience of dining out, consider trying meal kits, which often cost less than a meal at a restaurant and give you a little bit of that eating out experience at home. A good tip here: focus on recipes that are easy, affordable, and create leftovers. Leftovers are your best friend when it comes to frugal living. You'll save money and avoid food waste, all while enjoying meals without breaking the bank. Chapter 3. The Coffee Trap. Brew your way to better savings. Most of us can't start the day without a cup of coffee. However, those daily trips to the cafe can seriously eat into your budget. If you buy a $4 latte every weekday, that adds up to over $1,000 a year. What's surprising is that making coffee at home is way more affordable, and you can still enjoy a great cup of joe. There's no need to go high-end if you don't want to. Simple French presses or drip coffee makers work just fine. You could even save more by buying coffee in bulk and grinding it yourself. If you're feeling adventurous, experiment with different brewing methods like pour-over or AeroPress for a cafe-like experience without the price tag. Plus, making coffee at home allows you to control the quality of ingredients. Have you ever considered adding a milk frother or experimenting with syrups to spice up your daily brew? You might not miss the cafe at all. Not only that, but skipping the cafe can give you extra time in the morning. So, instead of spending 20 minutes in line, you could be sipping your homemade coffee in the comfort of your own space. It's a small change that brings huge savings over time, and your wallet will thank you. If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on how to save more and live better. Chapter 4. Your car might be costing you more than you think. Cars are a significant expense that many of us overlook. The average American spends over $9,000 annually on car-related expenses, including gas, insurance, and maintenance. But what if you could cut some of these costs? First, consider the cost of commuting. If you live in an urban area, using public transportation or biking to work can save you hundreds of dollars each month. Even just cutting down on driving can reduce your car's maintenance costs. Another option is carpooling, which not only saves money but helps reduce your carbon footprint. If public transport isn't an option, ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft may be cheaper than owning a car, depending on where you live. Even small changes, like cutting out trips to the gas station or reducing unnecessary driving, can add up to big savings. And if you're currently driving a high-maintenance car, think about switching to a more fuel-efficient or used vehicle. Less maintenance means fewer trips to the mechanic. Plus, a smaller car uses less gas, and that means more cash in your pocket. If you're looking for a simple way to save money, cutting down your car expenses should be at the top of your list. Chapter 5. The Impulse Buy Pitfall. Why your cart is your wallet's worst enemy. We've all been there. Adding things to your online shopping cart without a second thought. But did you know that impulse purchases are responsible for over 50% of retail sales? The fact is, every time we buy something on a whim, we're hurting our wallets. Here's a strategy to beat the impulse buying habit, the 24-hour rule. If you're about to buy something, put it in your cart and wait 24 hours before purchasing. You'll be surprised how often the need for it disappears after a day. Another strategy is to unsubscribe from marketing emails and clear your browser history to eliminate temptation. Often, we make impulse buys because of clever ads or limited time offers, but when we take the time to think, we realize we don't really need what's in our cart. If you really want to be proactive, make a budget and stick to it. Keep a list of the things you need, and make sure you don't stray from it. Remember, the money you save by resisting these small, everyday temptations can add up to hundreds of dollars each year. A little discipline goes a long way in building your savings. Chapter 6. Energy Vampires. How to slay your utility bills. Energy vampires are the sneaky devices around your house that continue to drain power even when you're not using them. A study found that appliances left plugged in can account for up to 10% of your household energy bill. That's a lot of wasted cash. But there are simple steps to reduce this energy drain. Start by unplugging devices when they're not in use, chargers, toasters, and even TVs. It might seem like a hassle, but small changes can add up. Switching to energy-efficient LED bulbs is another easy fix that can save up to 75% on lighting costs. If you live in a cold climate, adjusting your thermostat just a few degrees lower in winter, or higher in summer, can save you a substantial amount. There are also smart thermostats that learn your habits and optimize energy use. Another trick? Consider air drying clothes instead of using a dryer. Not only will you save on electricity, but your clothes will last longer too. Small fixes like switching to energy-efficient appliances, sealing drafts, or using a power strip can really lower those utility bills. Think of your house as an investment, and treat every energy-saving change as a chance to put money back in your pocket. If you're still with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more budget-friendly tips and tricks that will help you save big and live smarter.